Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 1 of my brand new Let's Play Clash of Clans series. So you guys might have seen I'm still doing my Let's Play on Chief Pat 2, which is currently on episode 96, and it's really transitioned into a high-level farming series. So not a whole lot of new things are being unlocked. I'm really taking a long time getting those upgrades done because they're all over 3 million gold or Elixir. So I thought this would be the perfect time to start a brand new Let's Play series and get right back into the game. I did that second Let's Play, I think starting in January of 2013, so obviously a lot has changed since then, as well as I've learned a lot of new things. So I think I started that series after I'd been playing for about 5 months or so, and now I've been playing for, I think, over a year and a half. So personally, I've learned a lot more. The game obviously has changed a lot with, I mean, Dark Elixir stuff wasn't even out then, as well as all of my base designs I made then were terrible. A lot of you guys asked for me to make some new base designs for those levels, and I really can't do that because I don't have any accounts in that range. So now that it's been over a year, way more than a year since I started that last Let's Play series, I thought it'd be a great time to do a brand new series. That way I can give tips and tricks to the beginners, as well as for you old guys. It's sort of fun taking a look at the very beginning of the game, and it's going to give you a lot of nostalgia. I can't lie to you guys, it's some of the most fun I've ever had when you play these very beginning levels when you really don't know anything about the game. And even when you played the game for a while, it's a lot of fun dominating all the smaller bases and playing through the game really fast, because honestly the build times are super slow. You can play non-stop every day. You don't have to wait 14 days for some upgrades. So personally, it's a lot of fun for me, as well as I can make a lot more videos because I don't have to wait forever for stuff to get done. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Again, whether you're a new player or an old player, it should be a lot of fun. Personally, now that I know a lot more, I should be able to help out a lot of you guys. And yeah, stay tuned for the ride. Alright, so let's go ahead and start in the very beginning. Obviously, we have the tutorial here. We're just going to go ahead and start building some of the buildings. For all you new guys, these are the builder's huts right here. They're the most important building in the game. Pretty much they let you build or upgrade any of your buildings. So you want to make sure that you build that second one, and I'll show you guys how to get some more of those later. As far as the other things go, we're going to build the Elixir collector. I'm going to speed those guys up, and you can see you can speed them up with gems. So a lot of people make the mistake of trying to spend all the gems in the very beginning, but if you are a brand new player playing this, probably 90% of you guys watching this are old, 99%, I don't know, but if you're a brand new player, you do not want to spend any of your gems in the beginning. You start with 250, and in order to get your first builder's hut, you need 500 gems, and you can get that really easily. But if you start spending a lot of gems on your troops, or if you spend it on speeding up these 1-minute buildings, it's really not worth it, and it's going to set you back in the game. So make sure you save up for your gems. Again, it'll all make sense in just a bit, but let's go ahead and go through and finish up this tutorial. So pretty much all it's doing in the beginning, we're going to build all those buildings we have. It's going to get us to do one of our first attacks. You can see the game is split into that little single player map I scrolled down, as well as there's a multiplayer aspect to it. Once again, for all you veteran clashers there, if you guys want to drop any tips or tricks you may have in the comment section below, a lot of people might see this when they look up the game, so it'd be cool if you guys drop any advice you have, because I'm sure I can't cover everything, because Clash is really such a complex game. That's why it's one of the mobile games. One of the only mobile games that people have been playing for over a year and a half. It's pretty crazy, but that's how much fun it is. And yeah, let's go ahead and start on this little episode, or I guess this little raid right here. Pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple Barbarians. Once again, the single player levels, they don't have a timer. So if you guys have seen those very first videos I ever did on my channel, I did all single player raids, and I pretty much tried to be as efficient as possible. Even if that meant only dropping 1 Barbarian and having him destroy like 3 buildings, I really wanted to spend the least amount of Elixir and gold as possible. Alright, so one of the most important things we have to do is name my base, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, I did a poll on what I should have named my base, and Not Chief Pat came out number 1. Personally, this was my favorite. I'm glad it was picked. Some other ones we had were like CP3, and there's a couple other things, but if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do already, because I'm going to take a lot of user interaction into this series. So I might do a lot of polls on Twitter where you guys can choose what I upgrade or what troops I'm going to be using in my next raids. So make sure you guys follow me over there, and once again, I will be checking the YouTube comments, of course, and that'll help me out as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade our town hall. That's our most important building. We'll talk about it more in just a bit, and she told us to check out our achievements, so of course you can see the list right here. Pretty much what achievements are good for. No one ever really looks at them at all. Personally, I don't, but you do get some free gems whenever you complete some achievements. So say you're about 5 or 10 gems short of getting your next builder's hut. You can go ahead and finish up one of those easy things like destroy a single player level or upgrade your gold storage to like level 10. There's a couple of really easy ones, and those can put you over the top if you need some extra gems. Alright, so taking a look at our base, this is our first base right here. This is Town Hall 2. You can see there's a bunch of shrubbery on the outside. There's a bunch of rocks, a bunch of trees. The rocks, once you clear those are actually gone forever. So those won't respawn, and those cost gold to get rid of. As far as like the tree stumps and the trees and the bushes goes, those actually respawn over time. And you can see this little mystery building right here. This is your clan castle, and this is actually how you're going to be able to interact with other players. And that's one of the things that makes Clash of Clans the best game on iOS and Android. So we're going to build that up in a long time. We're going to need 40,000 gold, and you can see we can only hold 2,500 right now. So we're definitely far away from that right now. Looking at our base, you don't really have to build a base design for Town Hall 2. I'll probably start at Town Hall 3 and switching it up and maybe do some guides on each base. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what we want to build. So first thing, we're going to build a barracks right here. Pretty much what the barracks does, if you didn't see earlier, it lets you train your troops. And every time you upgrade your barracks, you're going to get a brand new troop. So you start out with the Barbarian. If you upgrade it one time, you're going to get archers. Upgrade it again, you're going to get goblins, and so on and so forth. It goes up to level 10, and that's going to get you the final thing, which is the P.E.K.K.A. But let's just go ahead and start training up some barbarians, and those guys will fill up our camp. Once again, we do have some wizards. I saved 3 of those guys, so let's try to see if we can attack another single player level. We're probably going to cut it close because I think I only have 1 or 2 barbarians, but let's see if we can take this guy out. Alright, so I have 2 barbarians. I'm going to go ahead and drop them right in the middle there. And you can see one of them actually went for that little town hall in the center, as well as 2 of my wizards did, so things really aren't looking good. Once again, something weird about Clash of Clans that you usually don't see, and something that I was shocked at the very first time I played this game, you don't get to keep any of the troops in battle, whether you win or you lose. So try not to go overkill on any of your raids. I'll talk about it more later. And obviously in this case, my troops look like they're going to die, and I'm not going to be able to take them back home. So it looks like it was really close, and my wizard ended up dying to that cannon with 1 shot left, but we still stole 500 gold and 500 elixir, and that was a little bit of a troll raid. So once again, gold and elixir, those are your 2 resources in the very beginning. You're going to unlock a 3rd one way later in the game at Town Hall 7, so we don't even have to worry about that right now. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we can upgrade in our base. So I have 2 builders available. Every time I upgrade something or build a new building, one of those builders has to be working on it. And Clash of Clans does let you buy actually 3 additional builders. So you can do those with gems, which are the in-game currency. But besides doing achievements and collecting them from rocks and bushes and trees, you do get about 3 or 6 for when you clear the 3 to 6 of those. Or actually, no, it's 1 to 6 when you clear those out. You can purchase them with iTunes gift cards or credit cards. That's sort of how Supercell makes their money. And for anyone who's been playing this game for a long time, if you're like Town Hall 7 and below and you're watching this video right now and you know you're addicted to the game and you're going to be playing it for a long time, I definitely recommend that you buy your builders. I usually just put it at it this way. Let's say you spend $60 on a video game that, personally, I know I've spent like $60 on a PS3 game or a PS4 game that I've played for maybe 5 or 10 hours and I've been disappointed in. For a game like Clash, I had played it for maybe like 100 hours, and at that point I realized, why don't I have all the builders? It just didn't make sense, and if you have fun, I mean, it's totally worth it. Like, it might cost $10 to buy a builder, but that's the same price as a movie ticket, and you're going to get so much more time and so much more fun out of that one builder because you'll be able to build a lot more stuff and you'll be able to progress way later in the game. So, a little bit of a ramble there, but in general, make sure you guys, I guess, take that in mind when you're playing the game. And I have a couple ways to get free gems on my main page if you guys want to check those out. Alright, so right here I'm attacking this base number 2. You guys can see those red outlines right there that popped up for a second. Pretty much you can't drop your troops on top of buildings, on top of walls. You have to drop them in the little pockets around them. And that's why you can't just drop all your troops in the center of the base and destroy someone. So I dropped half my troops on each side. I dropped, I think, maybe like 8 on one side on one of the cannons and then 8 on the other side. And I split them in half and it ended up destroying this guy's base. So looking where we're at right now, things are looking pretty good. We have one builder working on that thing up top. We can still use the other guy, and looking at what I want to do, we can upgrade one of my elixir collectors. We could do a gold mine, but I did realize I forgot to build the last of my my second gold mine. So in general, it's better to build all your new buildings before you upgrade old ones, just so you can get it out of the way. Plus it makes your base bigger. I guess at Town Hall 2 it doesn't really matter too much, but in general you want to build those brand new things as fast as you can, and that'll really benefit your base. Alright, looking at what else we have going on. We've beaten the first 3 levels. That's for the single player map, but right now we're about to go into multiplayer and attack our first real person. So of course, no game would be complete without the chance to destroy other players. And you can see this first guy right here. He has 5,300 gold and 2,500 elixir available. This is way more than anything the computer is going to offer you in the beginning of the game. And in general, you're going to get a lot more from multiplayer until the very end of the single player map. In fact, fun fact, single player was one of the last things I believe that was thrown into the game. I think I talked to Jonas about this, who's one of the Clash of Clans developers. He said it was sort of last second and they decided to throw out the single player map, but it was really one of the final things they added to the game, and I guess that's why we haven't gotten any new maps since the release came out. So next time I see those guys in Finland, I'll definitely be asking them for that. That's one of the biggest things that I'd like to see. But yeah, for this base right here, you guys saw there were two defenses. So when you guys attack someone in the very beginning, number one, you guys want to identify where all his defenses are. So I saw there was an archer tower on the left, I saw there was a cannon on the right, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all of my barbarians, and I'm going to drop about 6 or 7 for each one. That's all you need to destroy the levels, or the defenses in the very beginning. A level 1 archer tower and a level 1 cannon are pretty weak, so just dropping 7 on each side, those will be able to destroy the buildings. And then my guys will run around, they'll destroy the gold mines, the elixir pumps, the town hall, and everything else throughout the base. So you can see they've already maxed out on gold. We really have to upgrade our storages. That's going to be a problem that you run into a lot in the very beginning of the game, and you really never want to cap out your storages. So I'll try to focus on those, if not in this episode, in the next one. And let me just go ahead and fast forward as my barbarians roam around the base. So just so I can clarify, that fast forward was with the video editing. I know I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you fast forward the game and speed it up? And as useful as that would be, unfortunately it's not possible right now. But that just helps me so I don't have to ramble over like 3 minutes of my guys running around the base. So that raid was very successful. We ended up destroying everything. We maxed out our gold, we maxed out our elixir, and once again we can use a builder and upgrade something that we're looking for. So looking around our base, again, our collectors are always a pretty solid upgrade. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade or make some of these more barbarians in training since I did get that second barracks finished. And by the way, guys, if you see that camp on the bottom right, I don't think I talked about that. That is the army camp, and that's where you store your troops. So say if I make troops in the barracks, those are going to appear in the army camp. So the more you upgrade your army camp, the more troops you can hold, as well as the more army camps you build, you're going to be able to have a lot more troops. So currently I can only hold 20, I think, but later in the game you'll be able to hold a couple hundred, and that definitely helps out. Alright, looking at the single player base right here, I looked at it and I realized I'm probably not strong enough to destroy this right now unless I drop all my troops in the very front, because if I drop them in the top left, it's going to be a pain to break through those walls. So I decided just to drop all 20 on these cannons right here, and I'm just going to watch them storm their way through the base. Again, something really important in the very beginning when you start playing this game, when you deploy your barbarians, you want to make sure that you split them up and you look for the defenses. So don't drop your barbarians on things like the army camps or the barracks or stuff like that. You want to identify the defenses and take those out as soon as possible. So just like that very first multiplayer raid I did, I looked for the defenses as fast as I could. I took care of those guys, and then you have like about 3 minutes to take care of the rest of the base, and my guys were able to take care of that. So this one worked out pretty well. I ended up destroying those 2 cannons up front and the cannon in the back. It couldn't take care of my barbarians fast enough. So in the end, we're going to get 1,000 gold, 1,000 elixir, and once again, we are capped out as far as our resources go. Alright, so let's just go ahead and head back to base, see what we can do, and I think I want to be upgrading one of my storages. Like I said, I just keep capping out on all the stuff we have, but we did actually just get one of our achievements, which is 10 stars on the campaign map. So obviously that one's really simple, we only got 5 gems, but later in the game there's achievements that I think offer up to 2,000 gems for hitting the Champions League, but there's some pretty easy ones that'll get you 250 or 450 gems, and that'll actually be able to get you your next builder. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for episode 1 of this series. It's a little bit slow, but this is the very beginning. These are the dog days of Clash, and you definitely have to enjoy these because the upgrade times definitely get a little bit bigger from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and again, if you guys are a veteran Clasher and you guys want to offer some tips to very new players who might be seeing this video, go ahead and do it in the comment section below, and I'll definitely try to reply to some of your guys' comments and help out. Once again, I'm going to keep doing the series on Chiefpat 2, so I'll put an annotation on the screen right here if you guys want to see some of my high-level farming. But this one's going to be for the newbies, and I'll definitely be redesigning my base designs all the way up to Town Hall 8. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.